Right, fantastic morning. I'm Sam Rasso and I good evening. Seven to our sports arena. Unim say, "Mimi ndano pabiano ya tenase de bro." Yes, if you na man on some, yet to see Martia say ye no, and the show ye at the bro. Sana, you be sorry so that just no do me no abo. Yes. And so, and some day be pop into time to kukra. Me hear Sunday already crano. We are starting show crano messages by the to was it. I feel the answer. Oh, yeah, they who the ever be discuss ya. Or the message ba. See about. Now, ya band ya bab so many super score ne buy and now them say oko PM England a week came on Salah yeah at not any PM for a third time. Salah the PFA player of the year last season on the Abona Basso say what to me about Massa now. You be call Isaac Newcastle Liverpool romance ni mu kakra. Yes, you be check mu na ye because I'm for and say what is really happening and Isaac a training or China wan call. Do Liverpool really need Isaac and this drama when they kwa san be pim no. You be call Isaac and somebody mu ye. Now, if you want him say the EPL is back. La Liga is back. The other leagues in the back and matches also Bundesliga Bayern Chassis Paris Saint-Germain once again uko over Paris Saint-Germain mana abuabo osanbo wa kope entiama over 1.5 keke kurano Paris Saint-Germain to me ambo but no other leagues are ekoso and fixtures or china fixtures bekum near the one some at the abroad live on this show. Let's get cut off for and then matches also has a vote a boy kotokoso boy pressure started banana and yes I'm talking about you ever those games more now share that big game on Sunday. I know you had a super clash so say gaka for me at say you be boy we know points Dawson waje ade so Sunday all play or I do has a folk ne kotokoso now share the University of Ghana Stadium. It have to be moved from Accra Sports Stadium to the University of Ghana Stadium. Standard of play, what's your pitch? And only idea. I don't know what you think. You mean you are drinking? I don't need you man in there. Now you heard you want some so AC tier. I say CBMO. I say the man about 2,000 folks. I'm from a killer in Tria. Minimum say killer bit triati. I better have to folk there no. So say my tete say coach you cry no on pifa de tabwa 2,000 folks so no. And I would cut 2,000 folks so no. I can say him the house for or be sign report to my FIFA so who say be ban him unti and when the case and sign players then hey we sign a player there said me ban no so one sign no also say because when you say ban banti or sign ti never massa but what is happening with House of Folk and then the wake up or na coffee for you and yet once and yet twice abroso players the omoko na coaches the omoko you be kwa house and 7 more year. And yatrasi. There's boardroom, and then the show boardroom, and of course, you ever heard the Tokrumu, some Kakadi, bro, says Tokrumu, and some of Kosu last week, I think one bit too far. But one the crowd was an early kick-off game, yeah, no Kosunti. What will you feel when the last week would this? Can that's so be this guy? Yeah, Gringo, say Gringo bet to me, Abaswa. Live, waiting by Brennan and April live on Sports Arena, and Mustafa Jadine, and of course, Vapor Kwasari. My usual lieutenant and I mean Jumaya Mede and Yenya Africa Sujan Niso Yabandi Yaba Ocho AK-47 producer Yenya director camera sound Yignan Yabadi Sports Arena Jumadi bro 0249136744 0249136744 but in the cage one Ankasa Erica Sedu body Sabre yeah test economy the show that twice so but Yemfa waste mamra Yabai betwaso. Wow. Yes. Fantastic morning. Yes, I'm Wakwaba. Live on Adom TV. Sports Arena is the name of the show. We did the kid one and Erica see everybody and the abandon nearby. You know, ready. And then some not here, bro. Vapor Kwasari wa. Akwaba.
Yeah, Jerry.
Bibi Akwe.
Nyame Adom. Bibi Akwe. Yes. Nkwan ho there.
Yes. And Nkwan here. Pani adia. Now, the season is here and Senior leagues are out on air corner no say yes very very interesting and I could more EPM and Chelsea a proper check come up no West Ham the can to try the kind I've not been not yet I've never been a fan of Graham Potter and they'll prove me right. I mean no this is not a West Ham chairman general DJ no and I don't know why he was sacked for no Pam coach for Graham Potter. And then me hunsu ye papa ni ade then Bayern so Chassis Paris Saint-Germain so I don't know say fatigue there yeah Paris Saint-Germain me home ye but They here no 3 points.
3 points.
And they keep grinding it. Me so no Manchester crack course no your team from.
I recommend in chair for in chair one cause I'm in chair production team no. Now me share a bit of the games at Chelsea have bought since the last 2 seasons. Especially more first away game in the Premier League. And look at the previous season, almost first away game, how many Wolves na boy or Molly, almost share 6. Almost share 6. Enra, how many West Ham boy, first Premier League away game, almost share 5. But senior what can no, Obiya are worried about West Ham United. I think so almost first game, almost ball on Sunderland. I didn't think that Sunderland be show 3-0. Though Sunderland, after Nyoma Femunina bouncing back into the championship, qualified for the Premier League, you know. Almost Tom Job, you know, almost some good signings. Edingra, Granit Xhaka, Moaba team.
Africans need also.
Yes, there are some.
Now man forecast Charlie, you call Afcon on member.
There are some good players in there, but 3-0, I didn't think that was going to be the story. And then draw once again at their own home grounds. I mean, near wrong, but I'm concerned about Graham Potter. Also, over far West Ham the last season, no, there are already issues with Lopetegui and his squad, no. West Ham for and Shedder and Judge, because it was mid-season of our club, no? And rationally, no, so of our club mid-season, no, be a Beijing say, oh, you should start a full season. This time around, I think West Ham lost Kudus. They supporters naturally say, "Eyo ya pass Kudus are joining another landing club in Tottenham Hotspur." But don't share the squad wide. They're a fairly decent squad. It's all set up now. Todibo mo ewum. Paqueta is back. Or Nicholas Fulkrug. Though Fulkrug is aging, but they're a decent squad. And concerning yet, even if they are losing or not, the concern is marginal mulusuno. And in 2 games, West Ham are conceded 8 goals. I suggest 1. And it's worrying. And meaning the first casualty in the Premier League in terms of coaching might be Graham Potter. If it continues like this, because for a club not long ago, David Moyes joined the Conference League. Even David Moyes, after winning the Conference League, you know, they expected some results back in a way. It didn't go. They asked him to go. The Lopetegui it didn't work out. So I don't know, but Graham Potter has to get a quick fix. And when Yanni Yedea, he might be the first casualty. There were some individual errors in that game. Wan-Bissaka was a pale shadow of himself and everything. But coach, you know, he has to find the right buttons to touch. Nani Emankoye. Aside that West Ham game, I think Chelsea had a good game. Chelsea had a very good game. 5 goals, incredible. And Osha, the setup, Enzo, the start here, it clearly tells you he has options. Delap and the rest of the guys. So it was a good performance. Away from England, Oko Germany, I don't know what is happening to RB Leipzig. Last season, the UEFA Champions League, RB Leipzig virtually didn't win a game. If I'm correct. Charlie. They didn't even make it out of the top teams now ever qualified to the playoff.
Against Leipzig.
And I don't really know what's happening. They have decent players. Xavi Simon, Openda, they are not bad players. But I think the coach, I think Nidia Olivena, he has to find a solution to it, because losing 6-0. 6-0.
Charlie. They want your precision.
6-0, and already Harry Kane has scored 8 hat-tricks in the Bundesliga.
Charlie. No.
6-0. It was 6. It was. And Leipzig are one of the teams, Nanka. They were a decent side. Even the Champions, they were punching above their weight. So, minim the economy. But look, company is gradually getting a hold of this buying team.
Really?
Especially, even last season, he managed to win the Bundesliga. And because in the very first season, there was a whole lot. The focus was on the Champions League. But snatching the trophy, the silverware out of the hands of Xabi Alonso, and all experience and poised to defend it, you know. And your fluke. I think the Bayern hierarchy will tap themselves on the back, because company is doing something decent. And Erico, sometimes I always say it about finances. Company joining, you know, he said, I need Harry Kane in that setup. And we share the incredible number of goals. The goal to game ratio, very, very wonderful. Share players or even this season, Luis Diaz.
Not bad.
When company wanted Olise, there were a lot of question marks. A player of Crystal Palace. But Olise has gone and done himself a lot of good. So a good performance for Bayern. They've started well, clearly showing intent. And of course, look at the Bundesliga. Apart from one time, Dortmund, they've been a dominant force. In the league, they have started well. But once again, the question will be in Europe. They went to the FIFA Club World Cup.
And that is what Bayern hierarchy now.
Yes, almost can say the FIFA Club World Cup, they would want to win it. It didn't happen. Last season in the UEFA Champions League, they came close. They got knocked out. To this season, I mean, who said the test will be on the domestic league? Because already, I mean, Felicia Dortmund will give them that sort of challenge. Leverkusen have changed hands in terms of coaching. Eric Ten Hag, and to see Leverkusen players, no do one per reports, Victor Boniface is joining AC Milan. He caught Granit Xhaka caught that.
Yeah.
Florian Wirtz caught. So I don't see Leverkusen giving Bayern the sort of competition they gave them maybe last season or 2 seasons ago. But the real deal will be in Europe.
Okay.
And company on when himself, that is where he will be tested from. In France, Erico, PSG sending our kind, they don't need to win by a mammoth scoreline, 5-0, 4-0. No.
Winning affair.
Winning affair. Think of a very first game. They played Nantes.
Yeah.
Nantes say one of the sides that will make me a lot of difficulties in the French league. Then yesterday against Angers, they got the job done. 6 points, 2 goals. It doesn't matter. It's a league format. They are massing points. But I feel that the work tour is getting to them. And Erico, look at it from last season. PSG have won a lot of games. And last
only
season,
depth in squad per
last season was the season that Enrique had his hand on the team. Now, right? It was like, this is the sort of football I want the team to play. And
it was evident.
Yes, for a side that we need domestically everything, beat Inter Milan in the Champions League, only lost the FIFA Club World Cup. Out of the finals, it was the FIFA Club World Cup that they couldn't lay their hands on. They lost to a superior Chelsea team on the day. And you know, about a lot of games. And the Sansuji said, Enrique should beef up his squad. Chevalier ain't the only problem with the team. Maka on this platform that Osha PSG team now, they don't have a good bench.
Just a depth name.
Mostly,
and our depth for Hobart, Omunye good. Be a place in the deal.
Lee Kanji, decent. Bakola, blows hot and cold. Why is that Zaya Emery? Omunye players, Omunye decent. But sometimes you need the sort of quality almost starting providing. So if you look at this PSG team all around, from goalkeeping to the striking department, offered you can mention them. You mentioned Chevalier, who's coming. Preferred
is he a good replacement?
Oh, he is. He was one of the top goalkeepers. I think he was the goalkeeper of the season last season in France. He comes into the team. He's wanted. Coach Nessie is the profile of goalkeeper of Pep. Donnarumma is a bit sidelined. Oko right back. Ashraf Hakimi needs no introduction. Centre back pair of Marquinhos and then
not bad.
Pacho. Left back, one of the best in the world. In midfield, Fabian Ruiz, Joao Neves, Vitinha.
And yeah, bad squad. But I know the first 11 the open.
Yes, on the bench. And one thing Enrique has to know is that Waka said we'll see a better version of Dembele. But there are times the way he plays with Dembele, Desiree Doué and Kvaratskhelia, it doesn't work. It is Goncalo Ramos who comes off the bench to pull the magic for them. And Maka, if Enrique Tenasina, he's figured out, especially playing without a center forward, a central character, a central figure, and number 9, there are games that will be difficult for him. And I think an aspect that he needs to work on, because there are times Dembele would not give you that sort of a number 9 performance. He is good to his play, pressing and everything. But there are times he should adjust. And yet, we are in the UEFA Super Cup. He had to adjust. He had to take Crash Kelly off. He had to pull one player out and put Goncalo Ramos there as the arrowhead. And they're not a man or they needed equalizer to drag the game to penalty. So, look, these coaches in France, some will figure you out. Deserve him. One are very decent coaches. There are some top coaches in the French league. And I think, say, the earlier Enrique adjusts or accepts, say, he cannot play in a monotonous way all the time. I think the better for him. But Enrico, the leagues have started well. And the excitement will not stop. Yeah. FIFA Club World Cup by in between. Leagues no and they are back. And of course, they are giving us wonderful football. I don't want to be a bit biased. I mean, personally, I come United because they've not played yet. But who glimpses? Yeah. And I can say Chelsea is also one of the teams. I'm about Crystal Palace in the first game. Now, Crawford can say, oh, it will be. But the Crystal Palace setup number one, the Oliver Glasner, maybe Crawford share. But go and watch them when they play.
They're a solid side.
They're a solid side. Adam Watson and the other guys in that middle, McGahey.
And they won in Europe. They won in Europe.
So it tells you, sir, unfortunately, said they wouldn't be playing the Europa League. Rather, they will be playing the Conference League. But look, this is the Premier League. These are the major leagues. In Spain, the story hasn't changed. Madrid and Osasuna will give you problems. The most important thing is 3 points. And I've said it, Mbappe on any day, any season gives you 40 goals plus.
Yeah.
Last season, or by when people were doubting, I said it on this platform, he scores 40 goals in all competitions easily.
Easily.
In the La Liga, 30 plus. Even when Real Madrid struggled to make an impact domestically, but he was there. Xabi Alonso has come in anew. The very first game against Osasuna. Got the win.
Oviedo.
I don't think Oviedo will be much of a problem. I saw the Oviedo game versus BRL. And BRL clearly were the better side. Barcelona themselves have also started well.
Yeah.
But Enrico, this season it will not be so easy for Flick. Yeah.
But the first game will preparation come out.
Yes. Against
no preparation.
Mallorca had 2 red cards. I stand to be corrected. And even in the second half, Barcelona could have scored more. At the point,
Barcelona does not sign the red card.
Flick himself was angry. He felt they should have walloped the team. But Mallorca defended very well in that game, though they were playing 2-men short. Barca have started well. They play Levante this week. Levante and yes side that should bother them. But look, it's early days yet.
Yeah.
And one thing be a top club should pray against, injury.
Okay.
When I talk about injury, let me dash a bit into City. City, I think, will not miss Rodri so much because of what Tijani Rangers is doing.
Well,
I think he's been phenomenal. Erico, he's been phenomenal. Last season, not one of the top-rated guys in the AC Milan team. When Pep buys you into his team, he added responsibility. And we all know that AC Milan have not really been the side we used to know, though they played in the Champions League.
But he was a standout player.
He was for them. Putting decent figures in terms of goals and assists, was bossing the midfield. And Michel, the first game versus Wolverhampton Wanderers, Wolves in himself he frustrated City. But you saw the way City played with ease, Oscar Bob, and the way Tijani Rangers handled that midfield. He's not Rodri, but on my something similar to Rodri. And what does he add to it? He adds goals. He adds assists. Phenomenal player. The injury has come, but for Pep, good replacement. When you have good replacement, once again, good replacement in Tijani. Nico Gonzalez, and so every team should be praying, say, your key players don't get injured. Liverpool, I understand why they are chasing McGahey. Konate now in the Liverpool team. Madrid want him. Konate knows.
The whole Madrid one.
Osha Liverpool, almost that's what chasing McGahey. Van Dijk, what happens when Van Dijk gets injured? See, Jeremy Frimpong, I don't know who will be playing at right back for Liverpool. And on Monday, they face a team that game will be a game that will go beyond the field.
Charlie.
Because there's already that Isaac banter. So Jeremy Frimpong is already injured. And no manager, Rico, once again, no manager never said the key players be proud.
Yeah.
Because
this, especially this league.
Clearly, a bit to me at the release season. Clearly, a bit to me at the release
best
season.
Sell plan.
A best sell plans. So, look, match day 2, interesting games ahead. And I make Kano. Coach be a bomb players on Luciani.
Prano. Well, yeah, Oko far Spain. You touched on Madrid. One touched on Barca and Atletico. Pressure Kakraba.
And already it say Alexander Charlotte ne Diego Simeone. There's bad blood between them.
No, you can't be the highest paid coach now. Won't start today poorly.
Oh, but for Okowechi back. I don't remember the last time Atletico lost on the opening day. They lost. I think they were in control of the game. And then they lost a bit of focus. And Osha Atletico.
How much their first round?
Yes, how much their first through Julian Alvarez week. Osha Atletico. Their strength has been at the wonder. They a yet ding. A yet ding so be show mu home. A yet ding. And even if Atletico will lose games in a season, sometimes it doesn't go beyond 5. Very difficult. And Espanyol shockingly beat them 2-1. But Erico, some of the surprises in football.
It happens.
They will bounce back. They're a decent side. And I don't know what is really happening between Charlotte and Diego Simeone. But it is gradually, some of the names and name with Atletico, they are fading out. He's building a new team. And the longevity now when you're on, and yet to say what's now our own winning issue. He made Atletico look like a side that can challenge for the title. Osha, Madrid, ne Barcelona, the only team that has come in between the past decade, recent time,
Atletico.
It has been Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
They have been the third force. There are times they come really close to winning the title. Only to miss it. But it is not that Simeone any impact. He's won the European Super League.
Oh yeah, coach,
the league.
You could be doing well, but now personal stuff.
And so Erico, first game, Simeone loses. What's the problem? So lose 3 games on a trot, 4-5.
Well, then the game against Elche, that's what to me. Now on our screen to see our fixtures for this weekend in the La Liga, and of course there's Mallorca, Celta de Vigo, and Basso at 3 p.m. and na Fisher Atletico de Madrid, and Elche Marica Calabante, and Barcelona, Osasuna, Valencia, Real Sociedad ne Espanyol, na Villarreal ne Girona, and the Real Oviedo, Real Madrid, Athletic Club Bilbao, Rayo Vallecano, and Betis here, Jumano. Yeah, Betis. Mama Sancha say last season no more there, this season Mama Sancha was so boy. Anya some keto akra team Pacho La Liga na ya di kan bobo so ama na Pacho yenhwe La Liga fixtures no na fe yenko yanim ane ade and of course ya kan sa no na okopie mu ewo England so ye di kan bits and pieces of fixtures about so in England, but but there's a big game. Manchester City versus Tottenham Hotspur. It's a kick-off very soon. Kick-off.
Dicey fixture.
Man City Tottenham. And a bad game.
And you're bad. Last week you Man United Arsenal.
That's from me buffer Tottenham whole style bizarre.
Oh, they've made good. And me, I have belief in Thomas Franco. One of the coaches I rate a lot. Who showed the work he did with Brentford, bringing them from the championship. So the club championship bar. The big question is, can they stay afloat? Because people think, say, okay, though the championship, there are a lot of games, but maybe it is an easier competition compared to the demands of the Premier League.
Okay.
But he came and he stayed. And also some of the impressive sales are on my year in recent times. You pin it to him. In Buemo, Yuan Wisa, wanted player. These are all players that got their spark under Thomas Frank. Not forgetting Ivan Toney, who really had good numbers playing under. Me fancy Thomas Frank a lot.
Okay.
I think the convo changed because he couldn't win the Super Cup when the side were 2-0 up. And no, one of the moments Ebema Nkofo doubt to credibility, but he's a decent coach. And when he joined the club, he's not done a lot of signings. So, apart from Mohamed Kudus, a marquee signing, he wanted a Brechi Eze.
Yeah.
When you're not. He wanted Brian Mbeumo. When you're not. And you know, on shutdown far players beyond me shed team Nimusa. Because it's still Vicario in post.
Yeah.
It's still Pedro Porro. It's still Christian Romero,
Squad,
Mickey van de Ven, and the rest of the guys. In midfield, it's still Bergval and the other guys in there. It is still Pakasa. Yes. Richarlison, apart from Kudus.
But Richarlison started.
And I make
So,
Eriko, this is the mark of a good manager for me. On a lot of signings. Maybe some signings have gone under the radar, but the way of setting up versus Burnley. Clearly, he has a plan. And for once, I saw Kudus Mohamed that was playing under clear instructions. Don't waste too much time on the ball. Put in the crosses. If you have to take on, but be quick with your deliveries. And we saw him at the end of 2 assists. Great goals from Richarlison. So, Maka, under Ange Postecoglou, a player like Richarlison didn't step up. Dominic Solanke, for me, is not the striker to fill in the boots of Harry Kane. Before I'm signing, no, when you one good season with Bournemouth.
But clearly, we're choosing Richarlison over him.
Exactly.
Richarlison was the first choice.
Yes, and Richarlison offers a lot. He or very intimidating, or in quote naughty player, or a player that will get under the skin of a lot of players, make you foul him. So it goes beyond it. But I feel, he started very well. Tottenham City, a tough game. Hard for me to hard for me to predict. Because when you've seen Thomas Frank play these so-called top teams, he has a way of setting up his team. I mean, sure, set up near. But about 5-3-2, I won't be surprised. About 5-3-2, I won't be surprised. Just like he started the game in the UEFA Super Cup fixture. If he plays 5 at the back, Kevin Danso, Christian Romero, Pedro Porro,
And then
Van de Ven.
Okay, there's Spence, there's De
Jet
Ven,
Spence.
there's Romero, and there's Porro.
To about 4 back.
4 back.
4 back. Jet Spence at right back.
Yes.
At right back.
Omanimuno, Sa, Palhinha, and Bentancur.
Crawford 3 and
And then Nimo Johnson on the left, Kudus on the right, and Richarlison through the middle.
So typical 4-3-3. But we will say, when Tottenham attack, it flows. And when they are defending, Kudus and Brennan Johnson will have to join the midfield. You'll get a midfield 5 and leave Richarlison up top. And that is how difficult they will make the game be for Manchester City. It's a crunch game. City need to show that Nenye fluke normal share Wolverhampton one. Of course, Wolves, no disrespect to them, they are beatable side on any day. But this will be one major test for Pep Guardiola.
Cool.
And if you look at Pep,
there's Luis, Stones, Diaz, then at Nori.
4-3-3. At Nori at the left, then
Luis on the right.
Luis on the right.
No, but Stones need Diaz. And I'm Nino Gonzalez, Reinders. So two
double pivots.
And of course, there's Bob, there's Checky, and there's Mamouche. And I'm Jahalan. I train him home.
Bob, Checky. So Mamouche is playing behind Haaland.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now sometimes to the opposition, I could not share how you have to set up.
4-2-3-1.
Jahalan and train him.
4-2-3-1.
4-2-3-1. The setup
is aerially, I don't think Shirky and Bob will provide a lot of aerial balls for Haaland. And Oshe Haaland, I don't think he's a goal scorer or that a lot of that physicality and that presence, but he doesn't mostly score with his head.
Okay.
Oh yeah. More like the Zlatan type, acrobatic finishes.
Still on penalty.
Open 9 and more. Shaki and Bob, they would have to do a lot. And once again, Tottenham should be careful because Amode Haaland no as a decoy. Shaki, Mamouche, and Bob can
cause the problem.
Can cause
the prediction, amazing.
Okay, game where ding, mommy.
Sir,
if he ends in a draw, I won't be surprised.
Really?
Scoring draw.
That's not quite a league confident.
If he ends in a scoring draw, I won't be surprised. Or a slim margin win. Slim margin win for Manchester City.
Well, Arsenal echo Trafford could win and I'll come back to the Emirates on the Leeds.
I'm football.
That's what we need. On the Leeds there.
And Erico, yeah. Arsenal fans may not like me. But if they continue like this, they will not win anything. I'm telling you. They played anti-football against Man United.
I said just
say, Mourinho never ball game we are. Hey, Mourinho, he packs the bus.
But with the kind of players Arsenal
every sort of description. And Mourinho dear, but clearly that is how Arteta plays. And in that game, United were the better side. They were far superior.
But what is this? Why do you go into games? You go into games to get 3 points.
Go
so whatever obey you 3 points.
Good. So Arteta should enjoy it while it lasts. Because some seasons back, Arteta was complaining bitterly about officiating.
Yeah.
At a point in time, the FA had to come in and warn him.
So
that goal normally share against United, there was a clear foul on out by and there. And forget some you're a United fan. It was a clear foul. But once again, the football connoisseurs are saying Bayern should have been stronger. And America say, let's reverse the situation. Say Bayern and if you're pim player no. He could have easily given as a penalty. So look, Arsenal should enjoy it. But you see, some sides will figure you out. And I think, look.
But Leeds shouldn't be a problem.
Leeds' first game was Everton.
Last minute.
And last minute, 123 points.
Yeah.
And, well, I expect Arsenal to win that game. But we are hoping for a lot of surprises this season. I wouldn't say very much of a worry for Arsenal. I don't think.
Leeds shouldn't be.
With what Arsenal have, this game they'll be more expansive. More like Arsenal. They will know what is at stake. They know, say, in terms of quality between Leeds players, maybe our first game on board against United, galaxies apart. So they'll be the dominant force in this game.
Wow.
I expect them to win this game. But I'm just saying that if this is how Arsenal will play against opposition superior, then look, they'll not win anything.
Well, say, Emma pressure, man, over to me, squeeze 1-1 be the accord anymore.
There have been times in the past seasons, clearly Arteta had his hand on the Premier League, only to let it go.
This is the new strategy, so we're a new strategy for Arsenal. See, on our screen, the fixtures for this weekend, but there's Fulham and Manchester United.
Straight win for United. Obioko sa game ni bia enkata nani a 2.15 when I checked. First Katoso.
United can't slip.
They'll beat Fulham convincingly. And Eriko, match day 1. I didn't watch all the games. But who be Samia? Games I'm sure United played the best game. And it is not because I'm a United fan once again.
But I'm not just this season, Emma Hope, right?
Yes, Osha, the way United set it up with a 3-back of Euro, Delete, and then Luke Shaw. Then play the two fullbacks in Dalot and Patrick Dogu. Casemiro, Bruno, Mbuemo, Cunha, and which player am I leaving out?
But before that, do you think that still Casemiro has something to offer?
He has
something
to offer in the team. But United would need a midfielder that can be explosive in the middle. Ain't no show be to say Baleba. Per report, you're also looking at Agume and Angelo Stella of Stuttgart. I don't know if they'll make any additions in midfield, but that is a department. But when you want Casemiro to play as a cover, he doesn't have the legs to run.
Okay.
But he knows how to dictate games from deep. And to share balls are in Mbeumo. Most of the balls that Mbeumo got on that right flank, it was Casemiro that initiated those passes. So he offers something to the team. But gradually, he doesn't have the legs. So United will need a replacement. Kobe Mainoo, I don't know what is happening with him. The coach says, or boy in a particular system. And when he needs Mainoo, he will draft him into the team. But United cannot overly rely on Casemiro because age is not one with him. And two, he doesn't have the physicality levels, though he puts in a lot in terms of training. I feel Bruno doesn't give him that much of a cover. So United being new beer, or in the shape of maybe Baleba or the other options we are looking at.
Okay.
But look, Eriko, United will have a good season.
United will have a good season.
Yes.
Wow.
Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if at a point in time in the season, if all these players stay fit, United will be in contention for the Premier League.
Really?
Amon can say
But
Eriko, team no more building.
Yeah, bad.
And with what I've seen, no, their side, they are only shying away from putting it in the public domain.
And never pressure.
Because when placing 15, pressure be also.
Yeah. And the coach says this season the way he has to qualify for Europe.
Top 4. That means we are almost signing the Royal Antwerp goalkeeper. Obiak.
You have goalkeeping issues, right?
I don't think we do.
Really?
Yes, but Onana has not taken that position.
But how many years do
United?
How many years do he have to take
this
the
will
position?
be his third season.
Hey.
What are done by Eric Ten Hag? Eric Ten Hag had belief in Onana. And once again, you see, Onana wasn't so bad a goalkeeper at Inter.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Because he had proper cover. Ashebi, Bastoni, De Vrij, when they are playing in front of you, you look solid. United has had frailties defensively. This season, they have started well, considered just 1 goal. It wasn't Onana that kept the post. Even Bayende was decent. May say Amorim is keeping faith in Onana, telling him, this is my first full season. You've come under a lot of criticisms, but I still choose to stick with you. Prove a point. Eriko, it's about proving a point this season. Because if Onana...
We will take players now. I think it's on their minds.
Onana number 1 spot now, somebody else will take it.
Of course.
And you cannot blame the coach.
There's no time. And the coach. Well, and so Fulham and Manchester United. And it's also Dundee.
Straight win for United. Eriko, straight win for
United. Straight win. United was also straight
win for United.
Last season, I'm going to say, straight win for United. There's also India.
It is all about
Street win. My goodness. Now, the Newcastle Liverpool game be very interesting. Very, very interesting. Isaac Samuno. I know why I tell Remu. So, you fought the game, now for Isaac at the end of one.
Eriko, Liverpool won on match day 1. Got a decent win over Bournemouth. There were moments in that game almost die. But they
came back.
Yes. And so PFA Player of the Year, a player who is consistently giving you double figures. Watch 10 straight opening day goals. That is quality. Ekitike started well as well. Look, me fancy ni but the movement. You see, he's a player that has adapted quickly. And I followed him. PSG, he was one player and could show a lot of promise.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen for him in the French league. Went to Germany, got a decent time with Eintracht Frankfurt. Was 30 good performance. Salah needs no introduction. Cody Gakpo, also a good player. Liverpool in that game didn't play Gravenberch, but they managed to win. And for defending champions, this is how you start. And I've said it that one coach in so be a bit of pressure one so Arne Slot. But for Arne Slot, the good thing is that he still has a majority of this team still functional. Last season, most of them are still in this squad. A few additions not there, but it's good. For Newcastle, I think I was a bit disappointed with how they played versus Aston Villa. But Erico, so a player amount 20 plus goals in the Premier League. Not ni dimi na say me join rival club into me. It's worrying. I honestly respect Eddie Howe for how he's handled the situation. Because there are a lot of coaches to freeze you out completely. But Eddie Howe knows the importance of Isaac. And seasons past, Isaac wouldn't have played for Newcastle. After the PIF takeover, Sikabem. So anything the big clubs were doing, Newcastle can afford to do it.
Yeah.
So they let Steve Bruce go. They brought Eddie Howe to Newcastle again. Then what did they do? They pumped in money.
They are backing him.
The bigger objective for Newcastle, they said, after that takeover, in the near future, they should win the Premier League. They should be a side to contend within European football. And of course, they've been in and out of Europe. But the problem is that Isaac is not showing the professionalism that is required of him. And I'm very blunt.
Show professionalism, no?
Yes. Newcastle can afford to put Isaac on the bench for the 3 years of his contract.
But that would be unfair.
Unfair saying. Kadua. Unfair saying. Multimedia sign on. Multimedia at all. 60 million plus. From ABA, my fan said, baby, I'm not doing so bonum.
Go.
I'm the Waba. Nebia, BBC, Bissau. We are not ready to lose you. It's the football language. I'm adjusting it. You have 3 years left on your contract. Near Liverpool, Newcastle can offer him that.
Also more.
They can offer him that. Yes, we have money to spend. So where is the level of unprofessionalism coming from?
No, but it's not the first time it is happening. We've seen clubs do it to players. We've seen players do it to clubs. Players are not all born in case of emergency, be now form the paper. Don't be honest on them.
All these players be almost sign a contract here. They revisit the contract and put a release clause in it. Didn't waha on what deep players since 1980.
1960.
1960.
Yeah.
They do it. It's like only release clause. So you are still tied.
So on statement thing here.
There be.
That's
he's been very childish.
Really?
Very, very childish.
Hey, me person me call mama me call so childish. And that what promise me say mama kokra.
Yeah, fair to promise. Promise. Promise is aban e twem ahye e bi ni. Ene Ghana yetim. I don't so for me and when they were going to Asia, the story was that when you're injured, Eddie Howe was asked during the tour. And you see, for clubs no these tours in these particular regions, no.
There's a reason they
do that.
Yes.
And imagine, say, Asia for Abodom Pempa, the brightest spot in that Newcastle team is Isaac.
Yeah.
So they'll buy tickets. They never turn tickets. Gumares mom don't be turn.
Now for your turn ticket to buy.
Tonali mom your turn ticket to buy. Isaac isn't there. Okay.
But are you not being too harsh on Isaac?
No, Isaac is being childish.
I'm a player.
I'm mature.
Team Abame also pay me. Almost discover. What's the money?
You will scar.
Who is saying?
If it were seasons past, Newcastle wouldn't have thought twice. 100 million. Go back business.
Yeah.
But they have money to spend. And they are holding.
No, but if you put him on the bench, who loses?
It is the player.
No, but the club to lose is your top man. So why don't you take the money and go for someone?
Newcastle can, even without Isaac money, they can go onto the market and buy.
They say, oh, wait, when I'm
he said they are not being serious with Juan Wisa. 30, 25. An insult to Brentford. How much did they sell him? Almost 70 plus. Newcastle are not being serious with Juan Wisa. Choose not to do business with Liverpool or sell Isaac. They'll still be cool. They've got Anthony Elanga.
Okay.
The transfer window is not closed yet.
Okay.
But us on the bench. And you see, it's dangerous for Isaac.
Really?
He's not get if You have
to. And then number 1, number 2, so no. Maybe I never know quite washing.
That's in a type pie.
No, the type and a pie. Quite washing. So the exact statement came after so the PFA team of the year home and all that. You know, not they be womb.
Now they are to
broken promises.
Social media.
The broken promises.
And
broken promises. I think media to me. Vapor I am fair to Isaac. I mean, I'm born a rough near the idea, but it happens. Sometimes clubs do it to players. Say yeah, and I'm the player to bench as a muta, and there was
social media now will come as
oh, said the Kaka corner, so be able to
oh, yeah, to say,
oh, no, as on 90 Pabonini,
Isaac, yeah, to say, yes, the Queen's here. Chairman be promising a dining car, no one, no phone, and a chairman over court now.
Well, did Isaac, and then what they are for Liverpool.
Yeah, I for some fanche. Almost say no more, yeah. Duku Festival. My name's
Duku.
And then the first time I met it.
Okay.
Now from down Kwebano.
And one day.
Can't corner car.
No one for Duku Nibiama.
Intino. Baby, I will do so. No. Missy for me. What can you to maintain GBC anymore? Well, Intino, I shall form fanche. For Isaac. Majidi say 2 ways.
One me can't say me ya me mpene wo. Diplomatic. Majidi say 2 ways.
Do my room to me ya fatu.
Take a stance. Member diplomacy.
I don't know we make a Sunday or tell one answer.
Me am who na adwen. Obeka bia ma Isaac.
That's what I read you.
Isaac situation a give and take. First, Newcastle any English clubs no. Or we are used to signing they buy players cheaper, no more over inflated pricing. It is one. Because for somebody to give you 110 million pounds, 110 million pounds, it's enough.
What is money to Mr. Cockroach?
Good. But this is a club who qualify for the Champions League, and when they qualify for the Champions League, I was like a bad thing, so be for Isaac because Isaac ni yomu Ronaldo, Isaac ni yomu Messi. In 30 said you would two money back with the problems are Newcastle for me because in the last 12 months, we change sporting directors too. Back or another one about transfer window in a Newcastle new sporting director.
Proper business.
And to me, any good business.
That's a good point.
Liverpool, so on the other hand, and also here player no. Because Liverpool, you can't win every trophy. And not even the Premier League, you can't retain the Premier League with Cody Gakpo, Eketike, and Mo Salah, who is 32. And Mo Salah, Ebeba Africa, Abeba AFCON in December. And the team are we defending champion. You don't expect so to me a defending the title. And as a Champions League appears, you move in the round of 16. No, even to the quarterfinal with Ekitike, Cody Gakpo, and Mo Salah.
Is it his age? Because he's 33 into when you
but he has a spark. No, numbers they're speaking for him. But me say Obeba Africa, Abebo AFCON. That is in November, December, or is it December, January? Obeba
December.
December, Obeba Africa. Until by November, mu hokono. Na or prepare na isi kwanso a hoko.
Wakati Egypt for nso omo nche wo competition.
Omeche, omeko fa. Amanacho. Yeah. Until wanche kwana wankwa o de fa say wanko. 3 players no. Liverpool to me found fight all the way. They said the last season omo year no. We were already about 52% of our goals contribution in now. That was Salah. Salah could pray. And Sir Isaac Ba, who is Salah free, he'll be the best player in the Liverpool setup.
I agree.
The numbers no.
I agree.
And such a player, no, you don't expect say Newcastle for Subejan Sakwa because Eddie Howe also build the team, baby or Mobeduno, or did so to compete.
Our build and is the central point of that team.
Yes, on say on na yo Messi no, on na yo Bibia, into such a player. Now kasa o ba be tunu, I say na say before ba be tunu the fit team no ma. Eddie how no already waka say yase kokoa no waka kire o mo say boy na person o ko na negotiation here omo nja no kwan ma nko because unim untumi nya an happy player in your team. A bit destabilize dressing room no. Isaac ba no. Yes, we say Isaac, yes, he's a very good player. But Isaac, 3 seasons now, or more than 36 games a season.
English hard.
You see? On the last 44, on the last 44 goals are watching. And move 10 penalties. You know be taking penalties at Anfield, will you?
Salah is
Thank
the
you.
penalty taker.
And yes, or no so I want the positives, but negatives will be one home. And Liverpool, ebe pese omu ko omanim na omu aje bibi e transfer window wem and as omu performing like they did and are better than they did last season.
Okay.
By the end of this weekend, omu enya Isaka, they should forget Isaka and think about plan B. Because Maka say sa 3 no.
Because transfer no year to 1 no.
3 no.
First September
for Munko promise land no.
They need someone else. By the market wells, I mean.
Oh. Say transfer no angasa no. Say ABA say ya team be our technical directorate no or more ideas of players or more plan A, plan B, plan C. And
plan A and far,
plan B or plan B and far, plan C or and if you look at the Liverpool setup, e be any slot no e den no person yes so onya Isaka, I didn't know here Isaac. Na Isaac ni profile no e ye hwan mo na what that proof e kura that same profile. So we ye ni free wa okay say ye nya that profile na area ben dey betuma check it because Salah no to me but all the 3 rules na wo enim honom no the same thing that apply to Isaac, the same thing that apply to Iketike,
and then almost
even Kodigapo
almost say am yin so call down
Nunes
and then the problems call.
You understand? Apart from that, you know, Liverpool sanso eja Luis Diaz man call.
Yeah.
Enti enim hono yes experience are no more last season.
Still there.
No, a few but say Nunez call na Diaz kwa at least they are lacking something. Definitely we say who say something are missing. Liverpool team no yet say Arsenal team of 2000 2002 2003. Obeka say 7 what for them our numbers. What for them our 13. Perez our 11. Lumberg our I think 10 goals. And the numbers no almost spreading across. And other players are almost so mama with few numbers or the eboy or the call. Unfortunately, we want to win the league, you know. That Alex Ferguson in the Manchester United AJ. But the impact na obi to say Thierry Henry ewo Arsenal team no. Mo Salah ewo more than the Thierry Henry ewo Arsenal team no.
Okay.
And the Mo Salah nankasa na one player okra like majority of omu team no.
And I don't think Liverpool need. You don't think Liverpool need. So Isaac has to come.
They need somebody, even if they are not getting the sack. They need somebody. Yes, Liverpool, they can't retain their league. Maybe Macas Omunji league, no. But Omu believe so much to magic and football. There are so many aspects to it. Anything can happen. But anything to happen. Omunyan obi obemo numbers, no. And they are complementing in case of Mo Salah niwa. Obi to me Edia Momo. And Isaac is the real deal. Like I said, by Monday, no man to complete it now. They should forget him and look for move on. It's very simple.
Dina be kana asem pa because na masema no ama no.
Oh, nkameshia.
Because
Orias Sports Arena live on Adom TV. Ebeso 0249136744. Eba bia betimi de o message afa ba na ya ken kan dia ma 0249136744. Yes. But oba fie so ansem ho no mo enne well, so na near my economy binti ebia na yantumi amfa boardroom ambrel and last week you catch el setokro mu no we first game ni film no dem say bomber no pen a year off but still vim bit my boss ya ti we ya boss so dia ma oni ade ga cut off for ya mongram ni enhwe another game running Kumasi Asante Kotoko asan dia si form part of Lions. If highlights I can sing and me and the highlights now from how Lions and a Koroko, Iwi, and the Gaka top 4. As of on penalties, I'm fat. Regulation time there, near draws. I don't call penalties, na penalties ni bukemu. And so now as of you say 3 points and gold stars, Ekwe.
Competition no any breso. And you see, when you have good opposition in Kotoko Hearts, Lions are, I think, a test case for every coach. So, by testing the strength of the team. Make sure my first game against Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and certain players caught my eye. But I think I'm goalkeeper no, Emmanuel Kobe, right? I think Juma Kakra on home.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Juma Kakra on home. That Albert Amwagu expertly taken. And I feel he should have done better or could have done better. But all round, they have a decent team. Me who a team almost match Kumasi Asante Kotoko in that game. And almost Enya Kwenya winning by 2-2. And it was under bizarre circumstances.
Which is part of football.
First goal now, Costa shared, and the penalty was a bit controversial. But
before you continue, on our screen to say Koroko Lions, Diano, and yes,
the absence
Koroko
of
losing 1-0.
Yeah, the benefit of watching from different angles. Henry Ansu, I don't know what happened to him, but it was an unfortunate own goal. Then Kotoko game versus Lions, and the away screens you see. It was an entirely different setup. And Eriko, when the competition afford you, yeah, you follow top 4, Galka top 4, top 8, top 6, whatever. It is an opportunity for coach to test their players.
Okay.
And you see, for Gold Stars and Kotoko, we are very happy, said they are playing a part in this competition. Kotoko, if I'm to stress on it, Kotoko, after the season ended, winning the FA Cup, a competitive side in Hearts of Oak, the President's Cup. They won 2-1. Wako South Africa.
The Kaizer Chiefs.
Any Amakosi Yakobo winning penalties. Waba FEBM Abebo Gold Stars, a winner of the GPO. Abo Lions, another team that placed in the top 4. Kotoko have had a good test of games. Ubi Samia, they've had a good run of games. Forget the losses. Forget the losses. But Mijidi said Karim Zito had fair knowledge of the team he would start in that game versus Kwara. Bibiani Gold Stars, similarly, they've stuck to a pattern. Even if Frimpong Manso starting 11, not a lot of changes. Attack Kumimone, the rest of the guys are still in the team. So for those teams, particularly Omutuno, you're very impressed. Forget the results. Because Andrea Kotoko started almost an entirely new 11 in that setup. To heart of the history with Lions and Kumasi Asante Kotoko. A team more upper hand Kakra Kotoko. But the most important thing for me is the test going into Africa. 2 seasons ago, last season, the top 4 teams or the top 2 teams getting involved in such competitive fixtures. So it's good for the organization. I'm only worried about the nature of the pitch. And Eriko, sometimes so Gold Stars Kotoko, I'm impressed with what I've seen. I would wish them all the best going into their prelim games versus Kwara and then DS Kabili. But look, it's been a good competition. I've seen a lot from Hearts of Oak as well. Duku, one of the players that and Rana, there was one player in that midfield. I think there's a new guy, great player by our standards. By any team person.
And yeah,
so
very
look,
top guy.
Who a very good game. People were a bit confused about the penalty format that awards you an extra point. But to be fair to the organizer,
the guy is Eche Dogley.
Yes.
Yes. Very.
Yes. For that is Heart of
Lions player. No?
Yeah.
Why any
yeah. And Mikrana may count one Hearts player so in that midfield, and also a ball. But to be fair to the organizers, a competition all player. It's sometimes to strike the difference and get the points.
Competition be also in a rule.
Yes.
I mean,
to win the penalty, and penalties are actually between Hearts and.
So on our screen, the House of Oak also game.
Expertly taking penalties. Expertly taking great penalties from both sides. 5-4 Gold Stars, they get an extra point. So good competition. I think Osher, the attendance. For me, I'm impressed with the attendance.
Okay.
My only problem is this playing surface. Because when the pitch is bumpy, the players struggle. And Eric may come. Players are in the local league. We are the pound.
True.
Because most of our pitches are bad. The playing surfaces bad for the players. Bumpy. Causing injuries. But these players run through it all. So look, let's appreciate it. I'm not waxing so lyrical for Gauka. I'm not praising them beyond expectation. But I'm saying, we should give credit to the players on the field. Kudos to the organizers as well. I feel, this tournament and be more the opportunity to look at it holistically next season and do a better job.
So very consistent there.
They should be.
Season that
losing importance.
J8.
And under John Ansah, they have started well with what we are seeing.
Well,
the top four, to me, the top
they
four.
started well in the President's Cup.
Yes, the top four tournament is crucial for clubs, especially Lomo Pepe Africa.
Sure. Okay.
So this is a good start. Let's see what happens.
The top four, the and Kodokwasan lose it. As well, had to take penalties for them to lose, and you heard the level of play and the quality, especially with these big clubs as in House of Folk and Kodoko. Then the goal starts to come because they are going to represent us in Africa.
Ope coach Bakwa, yes, started season one, so be Shepa, Karim Zito. Cause top four way. Teams here who share top four way. The more three or bomb in the first five
games
of the Premier League. Yes, starting next season. Kotoko Bebo Brekum Chelsea or Beko away. A very difficult game for Kotoko. Oria Oni a you game. Baseke Holy Stars. Abebo.
And they play hard.
Ombebo be any Gold Stars be or call Brekum na no Babebo be any Gold Stars e wo Kumase. Na wakwa nzema kobo Baseke Holy Stars. No abafia bebo Heart of Lions. No abebo has one crying. Enti games na all boy. Teams ne mu 3 e no ne omo airboy e wo top 4 yi. Apart from that, yenim history wo Kotoko and Brekum Chelsea games. Difficult venue for Kotoko.
And there's Samobodu.
The Samobodu factor. It was to bear 4 seasons or 3 seasons ago, Brekum, because of Kotoko and Brekum Chelsea. And Kotoko going to Brekum and Kasani already a difficult venue, and Sana essentially first game of the Premier League season.
Yeah. I can apologize for video. But now you say Gold Stars. This is an old game now. We first game no. But near Penra game no. About 2 call penalties now. And you say Benya no more. I show for because they would want to know how goes the and how the penalties went.
And Kotoko our perfect opportunity. Say or make to me Karim Zito be who the team no very well. Osho mo pre-season games or mo call Cape Coast Koko boy any dwarfs and I think 11 wise mo ina boy na. It's clear say the center back partnership no ebe Zakaria Fuseni and Samba O'Neil. But clear so be Samba ed nefi midfield na or ba mula that minute of the season or then the boy no ed na be center back partnership. In terms of left back there, Patrick Edu was one of the best we had last season. Still me sure so obe maintaining our left back. Midfield attack no. I want to me problem kaka. I don't know why no Baba started no because there's Kwame Poku. There is Albert Amwa. And to why and on omo ebebo up front. Obebo 4-4-2 ana because midfield nankasa no wakokofa Hilary Adabo.
Yeah.
Edenaba. Obebo DM omo. And team no our fair idea about Kotoko team no. The first 11 me say so be bisa ebia Coach Kabute say why no or then the bebo as first 11 na won the team no man or fair idea but why the bebo on the left back, why the bebo on the right back, why the bebo on the center back partnership. Then Kamara in goals. Kotoko goalkeeper Kamara and me what issues kakra.
No issues on the goalkeeper.
Yes. I'm not really impressed with goalkeeping. That goalkeeper Onya better than Asari.
Oh, you are.
Never. Kamara better than Asari. Because mistakes now oh no a Dawson. Mistakes in the Dawson.
So you also fought him for that Ansu own goal.
No Ansu no ngasa there. What was he even thinking? Anano man no look pass. I say no look pass even the Kobuka.
Mem say no ka say goalkeeper no in position. I mean, no, jare say me pa.
Premier League player also want to with
Pa.
Premier League player because now the last man and Mame Kai there was a game be time na Mascherano moved from Liverpool now
to Barcelona no.
Guardiola started so the neighbor center back no. And there was David Villa. na ball ne kɔ I say kɔ touch line e wɔ corner ho side na omo kɔye gidi bi nto ɔgye ball na no one hwɛ it was via no boss or the Victor Valdez na player no kɔkɔgye I think it was either against Osasuna or I've forgotten the
opponent. So it means that it happens internationally. Yeah,
no, it happens. But it happens. But un say oh no, now he was under pressure. But when no answer Henry Ansu was under no pressure. Pressure be anyone.
But me somebody did say goalkeeper ni positioning was bad.
Was terrible and some let me can goalkeeper na say man say na me be
can. No, the position was bad, but also some stress o gine mu a.
Enti I want a problem
because
Ansu no actually say on to me start Makotoko. A bench player will always be a bench player.
Oh, how?
No, he can't start. Zakaria say ni Bobo say no. Say ye na ehwo mo season no. Somebody no better.
We be ahead of him kind of brofo.
Na ni twi me. Wo say ye nka twi na station ye twi ye ni joy. Ye Adom.
Okay, so the Bob Boche na too
Intendo ni twi meka ni. Intendo ni twi meka ni say. Wo dey abo am na me nka ni twi.
Oh, you ahead of him.
Me pese me ka ni twi.
Well, Zakaria you ahead of Ansu.
Zakaria modern bono was so sing Ansu.
Say o kana no hye no. Asa player dey here. Oba ma ne spirit akọ.
Sa na e ka kira brofo no.
O mo ntitwi.
Player Brazil player Lucas Moura also Moreno to me friend say oh yeah sure so you okay I say I'm fine I say hey na boy
one more
now why one can be anche look sure and central for Kokobi say look sure and the bobo pan was in the 9 or the bobo na ma green no original back
control no yeah
no credit
Masa Pepe ni Baran.
Yeah. You tell them honest truth because my main can say Kotoko call Confederations Cup. Na Kotoko person omo ko far. Omo here more competition especially with goalkeeping.
Kotoko the next goalkeeping.
Too late. Yes.
Now I'm telling you what top goalkeeper best.
At a point na Kotoko
Abalora.
A national team goalkeepers 3.
Right?
Yes, 3.
Even the days of Alawakra na competition or
me say team in the last 10 years omanya national team goalkeepers pa local cinema menyi say team bi bro Kotoko so
but say there
but ena musa so ja Fred Kasari you say office no anase ni demands no so player bi oni mbọ bia no the demands wo so player bi oni mbọ bia no o kire no ho player bi oni mbọ bia no owo ego
I think say Zito clearly stress or favor
Kamara. It was obvious. So no buy anyina. Yes. But Kamara no go na order. Hey, onya de nchen. Freddy Kasari.
Or the qualities. Penalties near there he's good.
And bonus here more penalties. That be league near penalties near Bababo. League in penalties near Bababo. FA Cup and near penalties.
Team ni bi ho, teams ni bi ho because goalkeeper we good in penalties. You dey be penalties.
And then so we everything possible. So make you put Freddy Kasari.
Me know ya.
Na Freddy Kasari aye number 1. Na Kamara aye number 2. E dey Kotoko because goalkeeping ni there problems e wo ho.
Kamara no sign twi bass or yet things off the field
o twi team bass.
O timi movie bass.
No twi team bass or your driver.
Same case of driver. Ya won chie ya obetima tu.
Anya Kabinda say anya wozo.
Well, so the akaka corner there any points na teams na mass there.
For baby any go start there. Baby any go start there on share dan surprise me. Because my whole preparation on here and especially from Paul Manson. Which are Pierre McCarthy. That guy former Ashgo excellent player.
Heart of Lions is also playing and go football.
Very good. So Heart of Lions last season Mejidi say no omo expect say on be performance in the league.
Their first game was all
they were in poor position to win the league. Edu baby now have fixtures now. No omo no more the best of fixtures to make to Magic League no. Into one kasa there e bia na akoye say woni na say get ne beba na waba. Pressure ben and also.
We do two ashe that on the other.
Thank you.
No fancy answer.
House of Lions.
Kamara na no that. Zito I'm talking.
Na any.
We no say die flat.
Na people say
me akwa as folks.
Kamara yi ball no fi wa. Nkamunim the implications.
Well.
Yeah, red card.
Lensano.
Red card.
Or club or na. Come on, implication.
Red card.
Etra the 9 dey na e den ya onto me.
Onto me.
Lensano so dey not me fanyi.
Look,
No, but I guess you know the red card no.
Me pebo pa.
Yeah, it's better. It's better.
Pebo pa, but me brother catch him say, "Oh, my goalkeeper back passer. You don't go centrally. You go to the sides.
Yeah. So that in case of emergency.
In case of emergency, you bet me a clear. So answer on
wow,
the day.
Wow. Me say you bet let no try any susade. But all the factors to me here say you bet me a kan.
Letter to my unborn child.
Well, for Frasan Beshim.
So my you back on the floor.
And 3 transfer windows. But we had the group standings. Yeah, that is the group standings. But we letter first of all. Now, but FIFA letter no. Kind ona wo
Din kai
mai.
Ona when you who are the
Or say okay, nti maminja esro dear madam, dear sir, we refer to the above mentioned matter as well as the decision passed by FIFA in the matter reference number P blah 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 the decision. In this context, it appears that despite the decision, Accra House of Folk SC, the respondent, has not yet complied with its financial obligations towards Rene Hedek. In this regard, we wish to inform the parties that a ban from registering new players internationally and nationally has been implemented by FIFA on the respondent. The registration ban will remain active until the amount due is paid and for a maximum duration of up to 3 entire and consecutive registration periods.
Cool.
Lastly, the Ghana Football Association is requested to immediately implement on the respondent a ban from registering new players at national level, if not done yet. We thank you for your kind attention to the above and for your valuable cooperation. Yours sincerely, Americo Espalangas, head of disciplinary. Copy, Rene Hedek, David Winnie, lawyer.
Why does this keep happening, V-Power?
Why? If you are unprofessional in your conduct, these are some of the ramifications or repercussions or consequences. Ebeba also. And yet to say many but within the space of months, you have a lot of legal slaps aimed at Hearts of Folk. And look, they need to do things right. Monfa papa nisi kamano. Ama ye smarter register players, no. But you see, if you are not going to be able to register players for 3 windows, that is problematic.
Has response, no? Any but the man work. I said Dina FIFA. Oh, yeah, has a response.
Ain't you know? Letterhead near
yeah, screening
Sporting Club.
Bimu kakra na.
Hey.
Yeah, enjoy.
Onya den.
Bimu say no kokwa wu.
Yeah.
The bimu na kofo.
Kase ombi kase oyan large
on Bible
the Bible.
Caption here, official statement from Accra Hearts of Folk, dated 22nd August 2025. I read. Accra Hearts of Folk wishes to inform its cherished supporters, stakeholders, and the wider football community of a recent communication from FIFA regarding the Rene Hedek matter. FIFA has confirmed the implementation of a registration ban on the club due to unresolved financial obligations. We acknowledge the seriousness of this development and wish to assure our supporters that the management and board are actively engaging all relevant parties, including the Ghana Football Association and FIFA, to resolve the matter swiftly and responsibly. Importantly, we wish to clarify that our current player registration had been completed prior to the enforcement of this ban. Therefore, there will be no immediate disruption to our squad or competitive commitments. We understand the concerns this may raise, and we appeal to our Phobian family to remain calm and united. The club's leadership is fully committed to transparency, accountability, and long-term stability of Hearts of Folk. Discussions are ongoing, and we are all confident that a constructive resolution will be reached. We thank you for the unwavering support and loyalty. Wale, this is Wale Pia.
Yeah.
Wale Pia.
That's it.
From Hearts of Folk.
Wale Pia.
Wale Pia. This is pa communication from Hearts of Folk.
Why? Sense na bazoje.
Amo se mo ma be family akotum. Bench fo abechire mo bontinko. Ti dey see amo ka che supporters ne say ade no I take effect to my hair register you.
Omo delete post no.
Sir.
Omo delete post no.
Per report.
Per report.
My empon. How the focus some dey e be share dash. My empon. Why? And the fact is here to me for boardroom and bro. Next me for talk room and bro. We have a bit of a challenge. Fache pa. Ya ni fidi na yet me to bia e bo na ni si pe na asema ba. Guys, my last words here kon kasa bebre.
The make say we say has then you be Canada right time. You be right time you be ba dentia has for kokofa Rene Hendeken no buy. What exactly did they want?
Yeah, you say buy no what say that.
What exactly na no mo pay efri no ho went to am for mo ja no kwan. So about obi na
na Mustafa Jidin, V Park Okuasare, your director that's Ocho, your producer. Me dey keju wan kasa Eric Asie du body next week nyame atom na atom bi dom yen ya. You better stand by another exciting edition abroad. Cause wa Adom TV show near Sports Arena. Bye bye.